Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Small Talk with Centers for New Horizon. My name is Devin Eccles, and I will be your host for today. I am a 17-year-old senior attending the school Bronzeville Scholastic Institute DuSable. And this is my lovely co-host,
Deja Franklin.
And today, well, remember that this is a live show, so you will be able to call in at 312. Well, if you want to contact Centers for New Horizon, we are located on 4150 South King Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 60653. Our website is www.cnh.org. You can follow us on Instagram at Centers 2.0, hashtag Centers 2.0, and you can also call us at 773-373-5700. Today, we're going to be talking about the Early Care and Learning Center. Centers for New Horizon Incorporated believes that all children that have the capacity to learn and are capable of developing wonderful and learning exciting creations. I apologize. The Early Care Education team is firmly committed to a higher standard of excellence that prepares your child to achieve in most competitive scholastic environments. We approach education holistically by exceeding staff-child ratios recommended so children receive personal attention, using a research-based educational curriculum, providing a safe, fun-filled environment where children learn to play cooperatively, employing board-certified early childhood teachers, and also serving freshly prepared healthy meals and snacks that assist a child's long-term development and reduction in obesity. We structure our early childhood education curriculum around 4 key elements of development to ensure the growth of a whole child. Our infant toddler curriculum for children's ages 0 through 3 focus on the child's language development, physical development, and social emotional development. Our kindergarten ready preschool curriculum for ages 3 through 5 focus on the development of reading and vocabulary, introduction to basic math and science concepts, integration of art, music, creative expression, and computer learning. And they also have fun field trips that support in classroom learning. We further recognize the important role parents play in their child's education, and we view them as partners in the child's learning.
Our Early Care and Learning Centers, there are 3 locations. First location is F.E. Ellis, and that's located on 4301 South Cottage Grove, Chicago, Illinois. The second location, Dawson, is located on 3901 South State Street, Chicago, Illinois. And the last location is Altgeld Garden. That's located on 941 East 132nd Place. According to the Foundation for Child Development, quality preschool education can benefit middle-class children as well as disadvantaged children, typically developing children as well as children with special needs, and dual language learners as well as native speakers. Although early research focused only on programs for low-income children, more recent research focusing on universal preschool programs provides the opportunity to ask if preschool can benefit children from middle income as well as low income families. The evidence is clear that middle class children can benefit substantially and that benefits outweigh costs for children from middle income as well as those from low income families. However, children from low income backgrounds benefit more. Children with special needs who attended TUSA's preschool program show comparable improvements in reading and pre-writing skills as typically developing children. Further, at the end of first grade, children with special needs who had attended Head Start as 3-year-olds showed stronger gains in math and social and emotional development than children with special needs who had not attended Head Start. Studies of both Head Start and public preschool programs suggest that dual language learners benefit as much as, and in some cases more than, their native speaker counterparts. At present, 42% of 4-year-olds attend publicly funded preschool, 28% attend public pre-kindergarten programs, 11% attend Head Start, and 3% special education preschool programs.
All right, thank you for that information, and I hope you all got that locked in. But one more time, if you do want to contact Centers for New Horizon, you can we are located on 4150 South King Drive, Chicago, Illinois 60653. Our website is www.cnh.org. You can follow us on Instagram at Sinners 2.0. Hashtag Sinners 2.0. And you can actually call in at 773-373-5700. But for right now, we want to show you an informative video about why our director, founder actually, decided to start the Early Sinners program.
I have had the honor of working for Sinners for New Horizons and working in the Bronzeville community for 42 years. During that time, I've had wonderful experiences with the children of this community, with the families of this community, and I have had a dream for most of my adult life that our children are geniuses, and we need to find a place where their genius can be fully developed, and that this is the place.
Centers for New Horizons is a community-based organization that serves families primarily in the Bronzeville community, but we also have a center in Olive Gardens.
We first started, I walked through the Robert Taylor homes, Washington Park homes, Ida B. Wells, all those places, and we started 5 centers. From scratch with residents of the community.
We provide foster care, workforce development, senior care, community building.
That was just a little piece of the video, but if you do want to actually go and check out the whole video, you can go to www.cnh.org. You do have to put in the www, else it will not pop up. And once again, that's www.cnh.org. And now with us, we have Miss Moore, the site director from the program. And I would like to interview her and just ask her a couple of questions so we can inform you how you can actually get your child started. And just a little bit about her and her background. So, hey, how are you today?
I'm fine.
How about you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Lakeisha Moore. I'm currently the site director over at Effie Ellis, which is on 4301 South Cottage Grove. I have a bachelor's in early childhood education from DePaul University. I've been in this role for about 7 months now. Before that, I was a preschool teacher. Also, I have taught kindergarten. I've also coached Teach for America teachers. And so now I'm in this role as the site director.
That's good to hear. And it's been brought to my attention that you actually have 3 different locations. So, just a second, we have a caller.
Good evening. I have a question about in terms of the preschool. Is this somewhat under the umbrella of the Chicago Public Schools?
No, it's not. Our teachers are certified by the state, meaning they're qualified.
Yeah, I got one last of it. Are you guys somewhat with that Common Core curriculum?
Well, we use creative curriculum, which is aligned with the Common Core curriculum. The curriculum basically is that children learn through play, and it supports all of the developmental domains, and that does align with the Common Core standards.
Did that answer your question? Well, thank you for calling in, caller, and make sure you tune in again next week. Back to you. And it's been brought to my attention that you all have 3 different locations. So
Yes, we do.
Are the requirements the same for all 3 locations?
Yes, all of the families have to meet the Head Start guidelines. So what they would need to do is contact one of our offices, and they will speak with a family support specialist, and that person will direct them to which site best fits their needs, probably based on location or things of that nature.
Good. From the kids that actually graduated from the program, are there any follow-up services?
Yes, well, before the children transition out, what we do is start a transition plan. And what that plan is usually starts 6 months before it's time for them to leave. So we work with the families to figure out what schools they qualify for, where they want to go. And we have a partnership with a couple charter schools. And what we do there is we do shadow days, and the children go and view the schools along with their parents. And then so with the enrollment specialist there, we've already developed a relationship. So once they leave, we keep in contact and see how things are going. And most of our families have siblings, have several children in the program. So we follow up with them as well.
All right. Do you mind telling me a little bit more about your educational background?
Well, I started off at DePaul University. I got my teacher's certification there. I attended the School of New Learning, which is actually an adult program. I done my student teaching over on the south side of Chicago. And then straight from there, I started working as a preschool teacher on the north side.
Great. And with the program, what is the child-to-teacher ratio?
Our ratio for our preschool classrooms are 1 to 10, and the maximum amount of children per classroom is 20. In our early Head Start program, that's the infant and toddlers. They range from 6 weeks to 3 years old, and we have 3 teachers, so it's 1 to 3 ratio.
Okay, great. So since I noticed that the classes are small, do you think that students just naturally work better in smaller groups?
Of course. Teachers have that time to develop those one-on-one relationships that the children need. So that one-on-one time is very important. So we try to keep our class sizes and our ratio as small as possible.
That's great. So how do you involve the parents in their children's learning?
Well, we involve the parents in a variety of different ways. We have a parent policy committee, and that's when the parents are board members, and they are typically on the forefront of how our policies and procedures and pretty much how we run things at the center. And then we have monthly parent meetings for the parents that some of the parent policy committee parents attend, and also parents that are not on the committee also attend. We hold those meetings every third Wednesday, and we have 2 of them to accommodate all of the parents.
That's great. How long do these meetings usually last?
They can range from about an hour to 2 hours. We try not to tie up a lot of the time, but we usually have speakers depending on what the families want to hear about. So it could be someone from literacy, someone from mental health, someone from to talk about like finances. So there's different things that we present. In addition to that, we also have family engagement activities. So perhaps once a month we may have something like family literacy night or math night or science night and things like that.
Okay, so do you actually bring the kids in with the parents when you do these types of nights?
Yes. So the children and their parents come. And they typically start at around 5:30, right before the agency actually closed. We close at 6, so they come in around 5:30, and we stay to about 7:30.
Okay, so is it like free to enroll whenever, or?
Yes, we have open enrollment as long as there is available slots. So right now we have open enrollment, and we're looking to enroll children from 6 weeks to 5 years old.
Okay, so it's no matter what season, it's just you can just go straight in, it's no type of. Oh, just a second, we have another caller.
Okay.
Caller.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I was calling in because I was wondering if you could maybe tell me what the process is if I wanted to bring my child in and register him for one of the daycare centers. Do I have to make an appointment, or do you all take walk-ins?
We do take walk-ins and also appointments, so it's up to you. If you walk in, a family support specialist will definitely greet you and talk to you about what you need exactly. So you would, of course, have to provide proof of income and other pieces of documentation, which they will walk through with you, and they will walk you through the steps of whatever you need. If you call in, you can schedule an appointment and you can get a tour. You can also get a tour if you decide to walk in as well. And a family support specialist will talk to you and walk you through the enrollment process.
Did that answer your question? Okay, that's great. So yeah, this is all year round. Like, you can go ahead, follow in anytime you want to.
Yes, as long as we have a spot. And if we don't have a spot, then you'll be added to our wait list and call when the spot is available.
Okay. Do you have any children of your own? Or?
Yes, I do. I have 3 daughters. They're 14, 12, and 16 months.
Wait just a second. One more time. We have another caller.
Okay.
Hi, I was looking at your website and I noticed that you have a language development and a physical development for a toddler curriculum. What does the social emotional development mean?
social emotional development, that's the kids' the emotions, how they regulate and self-regulate. So that's the piece of social emotional. So the feelings and the behaviors and that nature, that component of child development.
Okay, thank you.
So now that I know that you actually deal, wait just a second, one more caller.
Hello, yes. My question is, does the youth have to live in the area for which the facilities are? And if not, where is there a facility like range for which they can live? And I also have a second question after that.
Well, no, it does not. Where you live does not determine any factors as far as enrollment.
Okay. Also, if I have more than one child, like say I have about 3 kids within the same age group that can come to your facility, do I have to pay 3 separate co-payments?
No, ma'am. Your co-payment is determined based on your salary, so it's one flat fee. So it doesn't matter how many children you have, you will pay one flat fee depending on your salary.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So now back to what we were saying. What's your children?
I have 3 daughters. They are 14, 12, and 16 months.
And did you think about putting them through this program, or did they go through this program?
Well, actually, I was a Head Start back in a long time ago. I don't want to date myself and give you that age.
Understood.
But I was a Head Start family as well. My daughters did not attend Head Start, but my youngest daughter, she's just turned 16 months. So when she turns 3, we're definitely thinking about enrolling her.
Okay. And did you go through?
Yes. As I say, I grew up in the inner city in one of the housing developments, and we had Head Start programs there. And I vividly remember those experiences.
So now that I know that you guys have a social emotional thing, like now that you actually trying to get the kids to know about their emotions, is there any problems with the kids and their behaviors?
Well, children are all different and they learn in different ways. So if there is a problem or we notice a child needs special help, we have a mental health consultant, and that person comes out and evaluates the children and talks with the family about different strategies and ways to help.
All right. So, but if there is, okay, we have a caller.
Hello, yes. I was trying to find out about the success rate of the kids based on you all's curriculum. How often do the kids go on to maybe some gifted programs or gifted schools or things like that?
So far since I've been at Centers for New Horizons, I've been here for almost 2 years. We've had a great success rate. I was a preschool teacher, as I've said before, and about maybe half of the class, they went on to different charter schools. They went to Beasley. I've even had one girl, she skipped kindergarten and she went straight to 1st grade. Shout out to Janelle. Hey, Janelle. So yeah, we have a great success rate, and we follow up with the parents just to see how everything is going and how we can help.
Thank you.
Great.
We have another caller.
Oh, we have another caller just calling in.
I have a quick question. I wanted to know, do your facility have transportation services, or do you offer transportation?
Unfortunately, at this time, we do not offer transportation services, but if your child has a special need and is receiving services from Chicago Public Schools, then Chicago Public Schools provide transportation, and they will bring them and drop them off at school for their services.
Great. Back to the kids. So, have you ever had to deal with a troubled kid yourself? Like, not just kids that need to be differently worked with, but any kids that are just normally just troubled that you had to work with, any just children that gave y'all a hard time?
Well, I wouldn't say that children gives us a hard time. Like I said before, every child is different and everyone learns differently. So I don't think we've had any experiences where we could not work with a particular child. As I said before, we have we have a lot of comprehensive services to help support the teachers and families with whatever they're going through.
Okay, that's great. So if you do have any additional information, you can actually give that out now. That's only if you do.
Well, we have open enrollment now, so we're enrolling children. If you have a child from 6 weeks to 5 years old, call us at 773-548-9839. We're located at 4301 South Cottage Grove. you can come in and ask to speak with a family support specialist and just let them know that you're trying to enroll your child.
That's great. One more question. So now that how did your kids, what school does the kids go to, and how do you?
My daughters are a part of a gifted program. They attend Lincoln Elementary, both of them. My oldest just graduated from 8th grade, so she's now in the fall will be attending Jones College Prep.
That's great. Jones College Prep, but did you put her in that school? Is that a school that she went to go to? How early do they know about that school?
Well, it's a selective enrollment school, so probably maybe last year she started doing her research on what school she wanted to attend. I believe it's one of the top 3 in Chicago, so we were fortunate that she was able to test in.
That's great. So do you think that it was going to go for all your children, or do all your children act the same, or are they all different like you said?
Well, of course, each child is different, but they have their mom who has the education background, so I'm definitely working with them to make sure they're placed in the best environments.
That's great. That's good. So is there any sports, anything that they do? Is it any?
They do. They were both doing volleyball.
Both doing volleyball? And
I'm not a sports person myself. I don't know where that part comes from.
That's great. So when you started attending school, did you just go straight off grades, or did you get any type of scholarships?
I did have some scholarships. I did. DePaul is kind of expensive, so I had to apply for some scholarships.
Do you remember what scholarships you ended up having?
I actually had a CHA scholarship.
CHA scholarship. We have a caller.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'd like to know what's the difference between the Early Learning Center and a daycare?
Well, there's a big difference between an early learning center and a daycare. A daycare is more so if you're just dropping your child off with perhaps maybe a family member or someone less qualified. Our teachers are qualified by the state, therefore they have the same credentials as anyone in a public school, so we don't consider ourselves as a daycare center because our teachers are qualified teachers, and so it's an early learning center.
Okay, so they're prepared to go to school.
Yes, they are. When they leave our program, they are definitely kindergarten ready and ready to succeed.
Awesome, well thank you.
Thank you for calling. So where do you find the teachers? Where do we
find our qualified teachers? Well, we have postings on job websites and things like that, and we interview, and we do several observations, and we do in-class observations. We bring them to the school and see how they interact with the children. We have them present a lesson. So it's several layers to our hiring process to ensure that we have the right people in place.
All right. Thank you so much. And remember that if you do want to contact Centers for New Horizon, you can. We are located at 4150 South King Drive, Chicago, Illinois, and also our website is www.cnh.org. You can follow us on Instagram at Centers 2.0. And
thank you to Miss Lakeisha Moore again for coming to talk to us. We appreciate that.
And just about that's our show for today. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for the calls. And
until the next Horizons.
Once again, we are located, Centers for New Horizon is located 4150 South King Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 60653, and our website is www.cnh.org. You can follow us on Instagram at Centers 2.0, hashtag us at Centers 2.0, and our number is 773-373-5700. Thank you.